Hi, I'm Sarah Pryor with the West Virginia Department of Environmental Protection, and I would like to invite you to the Poke Hollow Wetland. This wetland is located in Twin Falls State Park in Wyoming County. It is a special type of wetland, especially in southern West Virginia, because it is a headwater floodplain wetland. A headwater wetland is unique because whenever the watershed begins to form, it flows in and through this wetland complex. As the water leaves, it forms a stream called the Black Fork Creek. The headwaters of the Black Fork Creek begin and flow out of this wetland, and then it goes into the Cabin Creek, and then flows into the Wyandotte River. Thankfully, this wetland is here because it can filter soil and other pollutants out of the water system before entering the Wyandotte River. Many headwater wetlands have been lost due to development, especially in the southern part of West Virginia. This particular wetland is protected because it's located at Twin Falls State Park.
This is a really neat wetland to explore. In the lower reaches of the Poke Hollow wetland, you'll find something growing between 3 to 6 feet tall that has dense tufts and it's clump forming, a type of perennial known as woolgrass. Ironically, it's not actually a type of grass at all. It's actually a type of bulrush that is an emergent wetland plant native to the eastern United States and to the eastern Canada lands. This important plant provides food and cover for waterfowl and other types of wildlife. I find this plant really eye-catching because it has flower clusters that hang and kind of droop in the wind, so it's always kind of shining around, catching little rays of sunlight, and it has this really pretty golden color. So although this plant might entice you to come visit it a little bit closer, it does form hummocks, so it can be quite dangerous to walk around. So I encourage you to save your ankles and to view this plant from up on the edge. As you work your way upstream in this wetland, you will enter the open water system. This area is usually teeming with amphibians during the spring and summertime, and you may not see the amphibians because they might just be visiting for a short period and laying their egg masses. These egg masses will then develop into tadpoles or salamander larvae and go ahead and re-enter the system once they fully metamorph into adults. Sometimes we don't actually see amphibians at all or their egg masses, but we will hear them calling, like the iconic spring peeper that is known to be peeping here all summer long. Insects, birds, and wildlife can also be sighted here year-round because it always has water available. There's also a really nice dense vegetation around the margins, which makes it really good habitat and shelter and food for these animals. Finally, if you continue all the way up to the head of this wetland complex, you will find our state flower, the rhododendron. There's also lots of mountain laurel in the area. There are several different types of wetland plants available there too, different rushes and sedges for you to view. Throughout the whole wetland complex, there's many different types of tree species, including black willow, red maple, sourwood, pin oak, and dogwood. Several of the trees in this wetland complex do exhibit a special adaptation to survive. One tree that I would like to invite you to visit is a red maple at the open water system. This red maple has fallen over due to some sort of natural occurrence. When it fell over, the branches that were down in the soil are now turning into roots. And so they anchor the tree and they send nutrients up into the trunk. The branches that were facing up now turn into the canopy and the trunk of the tree, pulling nutrients from the sun. This is not the only unique tree exhibiting this in this wetland, so I encourage you to explore and see if you can find the other ones. Some threats that we see to native flora and fauna in this wetland is that there are a lot of invasive plants trying to work their way in to the complex, such as multiflora rose and autumn olive. This would be a wonderful project for a youth group to tackle and partner with at this state park.
You can easily park and walk to this wetland, especially if you're going to the Poke Hollow Trail. The parking lot is adjacent to the wetland off of Black Fork Road. You can access this area anytime except for December 1st through March 1st when the road is closed and gated off. we invite you to come and explore this special place. It is just the right size for an afternoon of exploration. To learn more about our wild and wonderful wetlands in West Virginia, please visit our website at dep.wv.gov. I'm Sarah Pryor. Thank you for watching.